you're familiar with the recent, probably a few months ago, decision coming from a French arbitral tribunal relative to the Sultanate of Sulu heirs claims, which was initially dismissed by a Madrid arbitral court. It so happened that my professor's friend happens to be he's now deceased, happens to be the lawyer of the Sultanate of Sulu, the heirs. I'm referring to Professor Galliard from Paris. So one of the implications here would be the recognition of the Philippine sovereignty or ownership over Sabah. And we don't have to retrace everything, the purchase during the period when Spain and the United States agreed, etc., etc. If confirmed, what would be your official stand here? How do we deal with Malaysia? Because they won. And an arbitral award is final. Final. There is no more reconsideration. An MR is not allowed. It cannot be appealed. It can be stopped. They tried to seize two Petronas buildings in Belgium or in Luxembourg, but it was delayed. So what would be the stand of the DFA, in your opinion?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Yes, we are aware of the award. Well, first, of course, we have our standing claim to Sabah. That is there in the Constitution. On this particular issue, in fact, we have initially, even before I came here, we had a committee, a cluster committee in the government precisely to analyze the legal implications of this award, especially vis-a-vis our claim. And it was understood that in analyzing yung mga implications, a number of agencies would have to be involved. Now, but of course, nagkaroon ng change in administration, so that committee had to stop. But the plan is that we will probably reconvene again under the new administration to study the implications, because there may be, since this was a legal private award, it's important to also see kung if we come out in either way, for or against whatever, what would be the implications on our sovereignty claim. So that is the point that has to be studied. And I understand that right now, our legal office, particularly the Office of the Solicitor General, is right now studying that. And I think what we are going to do is to await his findings. But at the same time, I will propose that we also convene our subcommittee, which exists under the cabinet cluster to study. And in this subcommittee, we will have at least six agencies involved to consider the matter. And that would be, aside from DFA, DOJ, DILG, DND, etc. So in other words, it would be a whole of government approach to analyze this issue. And I think at the moment, that's where we stand on this particular issue.
So the reply would be further study. As we speak, the Malaysian government is in a quandary. They don't know how to approach this because they lost. They lost. And again, I repeat that decision, that arbitral ruling is final. It's final. The word executory would probably be deferred, but it can no longer be reversed. So are you amenable to forming, because you're more on a study group mode, are you amenable, or do you have a council of ex-DFA, council of ex-SFA? So your group, I'm referring to Delia Albert, I'm referring to the others who are still alive. I'm not referring to Carlos P. Romulo. I'm referring to those who are still with us to get their opinions likewise.
Thank you, Mr. Senator. Yes, I would be very open. In fact, I know if I could approach them and get their ideas, a number of them are still very active on this, and I think that would be a good approach. Maybe we could get their ideas on this particular issue. Of course, at the moment, there's no such grouping, but nothing prevents us from creating a kind of group of former SFAs. And I know a number of them are still quite active on this. Okay.
Thank you. My point here, Mr. Chairman, is that the DFA should now seize the opportunity. Nanalo tayo eh. Nanalo tayo. Whether that was initiated by a private group is irrelevant. The implication is that we own Sabah. 750,000 Filipinos live there. Stateless. Without social security benefits, without health benefits, not allowed to vote, just crisscrossing Tawi-Tawi and Sabah. And yet, they're unrecognized. So probably, dear Secretary, it behooves upon your department to form a unit to study all of these claims. And again, it also would be appropriate to have a group within your department to be familiar with arbitration.